So you guys are both chemical engineers. How'd you go from chemical engineering to entrepreneurship? And why aren't you making plants or whatever chemical engineers do?
Well, I believe about half of chemical engineers end up leaving the field. It's a really good field to start with because it shows you have problem solving ability and blah, blah, blah. When I was in graduate school, I started going to graduate school for medical physics, meaning treating cancer patients with radiation. And I started playing poker at that time too. And so then I kind of developed a nice little bankroll playing poker. I'd always wanted to start a company. So then I started a company in the radiation oncology space with those poker funds, grew it, sold it. And then afterwards, really wanted to, once I saw both the challenges and also the opportunity in this space of creating business intelligence through surveys. And while it seems very simple, it's actually very complex and very hard to get all these little details correct. I was really excited about that. So then that's why I started this company, started looking for another CEO to lead it. And then Carly started yelling at me saying, no, I want to be CEO. And so that's how that all worked out.
Wait, so this was your plan at first. You hopped on because you don't want him to fail, right? You have to provide some help.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I remember I asked to hop on, and I said, I think I could lead this as CEO. And he said, well, maybe the VP of sales to start, and then we'll lead up. And said, there's 0 employees. How can I start as the VP of sales? But yeah, it was a natural next step because we have actually always worked together. So I graduated out of chemical engineering, did some time in research, wanted to get a PhD, found out very quickly that was not for me.
Right.
And then we actually met because I took a job at Mobius Medical Systems, his medical device company. So we've always worked together. So it wasn't a challenge. It kind of makes for a funny story saying that initial part, but it's very natural for us to work together and to kind of take that leap together.
Well, I love it. I'm also a chemical engineer that never went into chemical engineering. So I think it's funny how like closely our stories are paralleled in that respect. Although digging in on the poker thing, that seems pretty interesting. Harris, you're a poker player.
I do play a lot of poker. What kind of, do you normally play just Hold'em or what do you play?
Hold'em and Pot Limit Omaha.
Ah, yes. That's where I lose all my money. Yes. PLO. Yes.
Yeah. No, but PLO.
Build a bankroll in Hold'em and then lose it all in PLO. Yep. That's how it goes.
That is a very common thing for people to do. And that's why you get on the PLO side, which is, it seems not much more complex because you have 4 cards instead of 2, but it's actually 8 times the complexity due to the combinations.
Yeah.